hobbyists, and welcome back to the Hobby Podcast, where we discuss all things from pop culture to trading cards and everything in between. You might notice that today is a little bit different. We are coming live from, well, not live, we're live at the TCG Expo here in Melbourne Town Hall. As always, I'm joined by my right-hand man, the Colonel. What's going on, fella?
What's happening, Dino? What's happening, hobbyists? Mate, there's a tinge of gold in this room.
Yeah?
And I'm not saying it's coming from the building.
Must be these hands, I reckon.
What the happened last week?
Our first Whatnot stream, we opened up an EX Delta species pack. One random pack that was sitting in some guy's drawer for like, I don't know, 15 years. And it had a Groudon Gold Star in it, which was insane.
The story around that, if your head couldn't get any bigger than right now, the pressure is on. Later today, we're actually cracking a Legend Maker box, and it's time for me to pull the Reggie Ice, Reggie Rock, Reggie Steel. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it's going to be me. But beyond that, we have some super special guests today, and we're really, really excited to share the stage with these legends. Three of Australia's favourite pokey YouTubers and a few other things in there. I'm going to introduce them one by one. First off, we've got Watto. How are you, brother?
How are you?
We've got Kath and Joelys.
Is that how it going?
How you guys? How's the day been so far?
Yeah, it's been good. Big day.
You've all been streaming live, right, on your YouTube channel, Joelys, and then you've had these guys on ripping some packs?
Yeah, everyone's come on. We've had 6 guests, I think, all up today. Everyone come on. And
any notable pulls, any massive pulls? How did Kath go?
Kath Rips pulled 2 SIRs, the Archaludon and the...
Hydreigon.
Is that from that new set?
Yeah, Surging.
Yeah, that's a cool card, right? It looks really, really good. What about you, Watto? Did you pull anything?
Yeah, I pulled some Marvel. I pulled Captain Marvel for Joelys, his favourite.
You boys are loving the Marvel stuff, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've seen
really
that on
like
your channels, watching it, ripping a bit of Marvel.
Spider-Man, Captain America. Brought Uga, Pokemon World Australia on stage, did 151.
How'd that go? What was
Erica's
the
invitation, there you go. Can't be mad at that. Master Ball was Onyx.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The good Ericas?
The medium Erica, yeah, not the bad one.
Well, Joelys, for our viewers that haven't seen your channel before, do you want to talk a little bit about your content and what do you collect as well?
Yeah, I just do... Well, recently I've kind of changed. I was doing basically ripping every pack that was, every new set that was out. Now I'm kind of shifting towards podcast and roundtable sort of things. And but yeah, I like the hobby. What was the question?
No, that was it. You were there.
What's your channel about?
It's about just collecting. I'm not just exclusively about Pokemon. I like to open different things like the Marvel and
You said like you've been doing some roundtable discussions, and I've watched that with a couple of the other guys. That's always a bit of fun, right? Just like jump on stream with a couple other blokes and gals and just talk a bit of shit.
That's literally my favourite thing about the YouTube channel so far. So I've been doing it for like 2.5 years now, and the podcasts and the roundtables, they're the most fun. And this as well. This is awesome. Getting everyone on and, ripping different packs and just talking about their channels and what they got coming up. So,
yeah, that's it. Everybody offers something a little bit different.
You're a bit of a seasoned vet now with the live streaming at the cons, because this isn't your first go.
This is, the third one. So the first one I did with Poker Shed. So it was more him running it and I was kind of there. And if I'm honest, I was just hammered drunk. I didn't really know what was going on. And then last time same thing, just ran the show, I guess, in this aspect, and had guests come on, and this time we just had it a bit more organised, I guess, so everyone got like a half-hour slot, bring up their own stock, and yeah, it worked really well.
It worked really well.
I thought it was, worked really well this year.
Yeah. Kath, what about yourself? How's your journey so far?
Oh, it's so good. I'm having the best time. Like the kind of thing that everyone talks about where you can't justify opening packs anymore unless they're on video, because you get the best. Easily my best pulls are when there's other people around. So today's been up here for me. Yeah. I'm having a really good time.
When did your YouTube journey start?
The journey?
Yeah, for YouTube.
Oh, it's been insane actually. I thought it was going to be. It's not easy, and definitely because my husband is my editor and he puts a lot of work into that. I think it alleviates a lot for me. So I thought it would be really, really, really difficult. But with someone helping you, it's been awesome. I'm just loving making content and all the people that I chat to and stuff like that. Even the people that leave me hate comments, I love those so much. They're the best. I'm making a folder of all of the awful comments I get so I can use it one day. It's great.
Oh, that's such a great idea.
It's so good.
It's cool that you get to share this journey with your husband as well, being your editor. So you both are like intertwined on the same journey. What do you collect off camera?
Not much, honestly. I'm pretty much just a Pokemon channel. I would love to get into like the Lorcana side of things eventually, but I think that that's a real like super big gateway drug. I think I wouldn't be able to stop, so I need to kind of like maybe just stick to one niche. Otherwise, I'll have to sell my house. So like, you know, just stick to one thing for now and branch out maybe later on if an audience is ready for it. I know sometimes when you change things up a bit.
And you're doing the pack a day sort of kind of challenge or content that, and you're trying to pull an Iono, right, from Paldea Evolved?
Yeah.
What day are you up to now?
Day 149 as we speak. So I was only going to let it go for another 2 more days. I was going to end it on 151, which I didn't know originally was on Cup Day. So I don't know what I'm going to do for that because I'll be at the Cup. So I don't know if it's something extravagant or whatever, but I just can't do it anymore. I'm never going to get it, so I'm just going to have to buy it.
I mean, day 149 was pretty good though because...
I got the Magic Cup again.
Got the Magic Cup.
Yeah, I got the Magic Cup again.
Because initially you started out getting the Magic Cup and Iono, right?
Yes, I was doing both. And then when I got the Magic Cup the first time on day 58, I was like, oh, I've still got packs for like another 100 days. I may as well just see. Surely there'll be an Iono in this. No Iono. But yeah, Uwuma down in the show asked for this day and she was like, come open it with me. Like, I'll give you the pack and all that and we'll choose the pack for you. And then, yeah.
Watto, what about yourself, mate?
What about it?
It's Watto to a T.
Talk us a bit through your content. What do you collect?
Do YouTube every Wednesday. I collect Pokemon, all Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, and now me and Joely got stuck into the Marvel a little bit. UFC as well, with Joely as well. So yeah.
How did you get into like the pokey content creation side of it? Because you've got a background sort of in the area, right?
Yeah, I do video production for a job, and then I was doing a lot of skate videos most of my life, and I kind of fell out of that a bit, fell out of love with that. So I was kind of, because I do that every weekend, film tricks and stuff, and then I was just looking for something to do. I love YouTube, and I was watching and collecting Pokemon for like 2 or 3 years before this, and then I started, and then I have a mate, Uga, Pokemon World Australia, and he has a mystery box business, and we became friends, and I was buying all my stuff off him. I was like, yeah, start YouTube, and then 151 was coming out. He's like, you start, and then I'll do it. And I'm like, all right. And then I just loved it after a few videos. So this game.
So are you saying it was all Uga's idea?
Kind of, yeah.
God, that's going to boost his ego a bit.
Yeah, it was.
I've heard you talk about you're a master set collector. Talk us through the mindset of that because that's a beast.
Wait, like a modern master set?
Yeah, I guess.
God, that's a lot of
cards,
cards,
a good
bro.
mindset to have, honestly.
That's a lot of cards.
So yeah, the mindset is get all your money and throw a match at it, pretty much. Nah, I don't know. I love just sitting there organizing the binders and going through the bulk and getting all the reverse holos, and it feels so good at the end to have the book, like you have a library of them you look through. It's nice, yeah, so it feels really good. And I love just analyzing the set when it's done. Like, why did they do this and this? And like,
have you had any? Because I know I've had experiences where you miss like one card halfway through, and then by the time you finish it, you're like, fuck, and you've got to go back and pull like 140 cards out to put one in, and then put the rest in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. You've like counted wrong or something. It's painful.
Does that happen?
Yeah, every binder I reckon that happens.
It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't change.
Yeah, exactly.
Joely, I'm going to circle back to you. Your audience, you do a few different things. How do you engage with your audience in terms of, your collection, your content, and what strategies have you found over the journey to be most effective? Because you've kind of done a few different things as you've gone along. Can you talk us through that a bit?
When I started doing lives, that was where my channel definitely took a change, I guess, because a lot of people said my long form was like doing a live, so you should probably do lives. And then I did lives, and you actually get to chat with people. They kind of dictate how your channel goes forward. For example, like they're doing the shoey, that's become this thing that I do, right? But that came from the chat. Like that's the kind of thing that the chat says. And then like the Bunnings joke that we've got going with Swadsy, that's something Swadsy made up like a year ago. So yes, like the chat ends up making your channel. So it's, you got to go with some of the stuff. It's good to go, oh yeah, that's funny, but if you incorporate some of their jokes into your actual live stream, it makes it more enjoyable for them because then they feel like they're more.
It's direct engagement, right?
Exactly, right? And they like think, oh yeah, cool, like I participated in this channel doing this now. It's cool, you know? I love it, yeah.
Do you, Kath or Watto, have you got anything you want to add to that as well?
For ourselves personally or for Joelys?
Yeah, no, for yourself, of course. I mean, you could build off, you know, what Joelys done, but
I'm not overly experienced in lives. You haven't really done that many.
I haven't done a live yet.
you haven't done a live yet?
I do a premiere on Wednesday, so I watch my
Watto Rips
pre-edited
live
video.
is coming soon.
Yeah, next year I'll do it. I just want to buy like a nice gaming computer and get it all, redo my office a bit, and my internet, as Joelys has experienced, fucking horrible.
It's hard having to rely on internet, right?
I just don't want to do it like half-assed. I'd rather come out the gate like properly. But like I'm happy to do lives. I feel good when I do lives with Joelys and stuff, so it's nothing wrong with it. But I'll just do it when I'm ready. I don't feel any pressure to do it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and what about your lives?
I have so much fun doing lives. I try not to do them overly often, just because both times I've done them, I've had some pretty serious technical difficulties.
That will never change.
It would, yeah. The cable for the camera came out like 4 times in my last live during it, and like I had to literally end the stream. Luckily, it lets you. Have you noticed that? It lets, if you ever have a problem, you can resume a stream. It doesn't make you start a new one. It used to make you start a new one. Yeah. So that was really good. But I mean, I just enjoy them because they're just a bit of extra engagement. You can get extra people to sub up because it just shows up for people.
I totally agree. It's one of my favourite like forms of content that I do is when I'm streaming and chatting with people in the chat. Like, you know, especially if you're there by yourself. Like, you're not there by yourself. You're there with like 50, 60 other people, and you pull something massive.
And you look at the time and you're
feeling.
just like, where did it go? You know, there's so many people you're trying to squint and see, like all the people you're trying to say hi to, but it's just good engagement because you can talk about things that are coming up. You can, you know, like, I mean, it's mostly rip and ships that I'm doing now, so it's the pleasure of opening packs.
It's an interesting one, right? Rip and ships is probably a good thing for just us as like all friends to talk about because it's hard for people that aren't in our hobby to understand that people will pay us to open their cards for them at night on stream. Like I say that to friends that aren't in the hobby and they're like, what do you mean? Like, why wouldn't they just buy them themselves?
People doing that. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. I was like, why would you pay someone else to... But then like I've spent thousands of dollars on...
Do you know my
like,
theory is for YouTubers? Like they love rip and ships because you have to film and prepare every time you're going to open cards. And then if someone else is going to rip it for you, and it feels like relaxing. Like, I'm not going to film and edit this. Like someone else can. I'm just going to watch someone open my stuff and they'll send it.
Yeah, I mean, I do the same. I've spent a fortune on Whatnot the last couple of weeks as well. Just like buying in other people's streams.
I just love being in there and like when, you know, you see that you're like, you know, 5th, so you watch other people's and you can share. I think it's just a lot of people who do it, especially people who don't live in Melbourne as well, is where I get a lot of them from, because they want to share that experience with people. You know, like when I got that God pack, that chick who had never bought anything on a rip and ship before, she just she spent all her money at Luna the other day. You probably would know them if the couple.
Yeah, Dean and Sarah.
Yeah, Dean and Sarah.
Yeah.
So they got the God pack and they were so happy that 40 people or something were watching in the live.
It's awesome,
they got to share that with people. And then, you know, and it works for me too because it's content that I can clip. And, you know, and I didn't pay for it. So
that was literally like when Gabe and I were on Whatnot that first night and we pulled that gold star. We've got a screen share of you see me pull it and then the comments for the next like 2 minutes, you can't even read them. They're just going so fast because everybody is in there just like going off. Like, you know, it's hard to do in person, I guess. I mean, we're going to try later. That is to get 100 people to watch you open packs. But, you know, we're all glued to our phone in some way or another. Right?
I mean, things like this aren't born without pack openings, let's be honest. Like, you meet friends, you come to conventions, like, so it makes it fun. If you were locked up in the basement, cracking packs by yourself, it's not worth it. Like, oh, cool, look at my binder, my master set. All right, awesome. But you share that with other people, you grow, you know, it's all part of it. So
yeah,
I wanted to just touch on the audience engagement, Watto, because Jolie mentioned that he's changed with the times, you know, his audience, what they like, and something that's really evident with your channel is your editing, that's your background, and just how engaging that is. You have these middle to long form videos, but you have that almost like short content layer over it. With all of your editing, is that something that you love doing as part of the video?
Yeah, it's probably just me editing, and then I've got the brain rot, so I need to make it like I feel like it's good. I'm trying to get into a medium, because you don't want to go too hard. It's like exhausting to watch as well. So I don't know, I'm trying to...
I love it when you forget the name of a Pokemon. It's like one of my favorite things.
But I just do what I feel in the edit, I guess. Sometimes it's more hectic than others, just whatever the vibe is.
I love that. That's the casual thing. It's real. You know, you forget the name of the Pokemon, it's like, oh, well.
Yeah. Especially these days, there's so many new ones. Even when I'm opening them, like...
Yeah. I think the more you do, the more you let loose. I just did like a vlog thing as well, just for like members. And I was let pretty loose, just chatting to camera and that. So it's like, I don't think I would have filmed that like when I started. So you just kind of get more personal as you go. You start not giving a fuck anymore, I guess. I don't know.
Kath, I might come to you on this one. You may or may not have an answer for it. But what challenges do you face or have you faced in your content creation journey so far? Because we're all going to have them, but, you know, yeah. Exhibit A.
It's a good question. When I first started, before I started I watched Watto's videos. Actually, Watto was one of the. I literally messaged Watto like out of the blue and just started asking him questions, basically.
That's awesome. Did he help you out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so much.
I told you to start.
Yeah, he told me to start, and this was in January, I think, of this year. So January of this year. Hasn't been that long. And he was like giving me some of the best advice, and I was like, the things like, because his content was the kind of thing that I wanted to do, but obviously not with my kind of twist on it. And the technical difficulties when I started buying equipment and I started real cheap, and like there was one video that I made where I opened 7 ETBs of 151 because I didn't play back any of my footage and realized that the mic didn't work for like the first 5 of them, and it was completely silent and we couldn't fix it, and I was freaking out and we didn't know what to do because like it's hundreds of dollars and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I mean, challenge wise, I don't think anything that I've put out there, I feel like if it doesn't do well, I guess it sucks, but like what are you going to do about it? But in the back end, like the amount of things I didn't check, and then like Andrew's going through and he's like, why didn't you at least play this back or test the mic or like test the camera and make sure that it was filming or it wasn't? And I'm like, I don't know. I just assume everything works. I just assume it works out. It doesn't always work out. And you've just got to we just ended up just putting music on that and speeding it up so you can still see the good pulls, and then just moved on.
Have any of you guys ever had a challenge that relates to some content you might have made where like, you know, it might not be politically correct or like it's upset someone or piss someone off? Because, you know, that's...
in real life, I would never put it on film.
We're all in the public eye, so to speak.
I definitely think about that because, like, in real life, I'm probably a little bit more, I don't know, edgier, looser, I guess you would say.
On your lives,
you do have to kind of, like, reel it in, I guess, to a degree. But in saying that, like, when I first started, my first videos were all... Because I thought to be a Pokemon YouTuber, you had to be G-rated and family-friendly, right?
Like Leonhardt or whatever.
Right. No,
Calm down, Andrew.
Not that bad, but I was kind of like... I was trying to be a bit different, but I was also like, oh, I've got to keep it, because that's what you do. And then, like, you see guys like Cool Trainer Writer or like Watto, and you're like, oh, shit, you know, you can be looser and, like, you know, you don't have to, like, you know, like... And not saying that opens it up, but it's like I'm saying, like, that's like... You just got to... What was the question? I don't remember. I started ranting.
Challenges with your content.
Yeah, you got to do what you want to do. Yeah, like it's just like you just got to.
Yeah. No, I think you hit the nail on the head too. Like it's grown over time. Like if you go back to 2020, everybody was like white shirt, very clear cut, sort of. This is how it's done. And then over the last 4 years, it's probably gotten a bit more edgier and looser.
And I don't think it has to be edgy for the sake of being edgy either. Like I think it's like if you that person, be that person. If you're like a family guy and you want to make family-friendly content, do that. Like there's two different things, right? But it's like, if I'm gonna like sit there and spend my time talking at a computer screen and talking to people that I can't even see, like, you just be yourself and be stupid and like,
that's it, man.
Swear and like whatever, you know?
Yeah, when you look at the hobby, the age demographic is, you know, 25 to 35 is majority of it. So you don't need to treat them like children.
I think that someone said that to me at one point too, like, because in your brain you think Pokemon cartoon kids at the start, but then there's that point where you go,
that's happened to us.
like
kids watch your channel.
There's more adults here right now than there's kids like collecting cards. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. We're all adults. We're all, you know.
I mean, these days, especially in our country, there's only like 2 swear words. One starts with F and one starts with C. The rest you can pretty much get away with.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You can bleep those out.
That's kind of a fact.
Fudge.
The time management, I just want to ask you, Jolie, with the podcast and the live streaming, how do you manage that? Because, you know, when you branch out into different forms of content, it can start to become very overwhelming. How do you manage that?
Everything I'm pretty good at, like slimming down over time. I'm really bad at the start. Like with the podcast, it'd be like 2 days of like writing questions out, making sure shit's ready, planning a day, and then like it'd be a real long thing. Now I can just, if I'm honest, the last couple of podcasts I've done, I've rocked up on the day with like 4 questions and then just managed to reel off a 2-hour podcast, yeah? But then the round table takes a bit more time because I've actually got to have subjects to actually talk about, like, you know, like a news topic. So I usually, the day before a round table now, I do spend like an hour or so setting it up with the articles ready to click. And like, there's always technical problems, but the more preparation you do is easily the better. And because they're live as well, like you can't edit it out, you've got to just go for it. So you got to like really make sure it's prepped well, because otherwise it just looks crappy too, yeah? Like,
Watto, with your collecting and your content, what are some lessons that you have learned? Because I've also noticed your content's changed over this experience. How's that changed with your collecting?
I definitely just won't open anything I don't actually want to keep or try and grade anymore.
She won't open like a set for the sake of opening a set.
Yeah, it's such a trap. If you think, I'm going to be a YouTuber, I'm going to open every set, like, and you don't like it, it's so bad. Like, why would you do that? So, and like, I haven't been scared to like open something not Pokemon because I just literally wanted to open it. So I think like a marathon wise, like, don't go for short-term views and hype, and just do like, if you look at YouTube stats, everything takes so long to grow. Like, you need to do it for 5 years to like even be up there kind of thing. So yeah, you should just, it's collection. You just open what you want. That's what I decided midway. Because I remember opening shiny treasures and I was like, oh, why'd I spend money on this? And I got like, I think I got the Pikachu, shiny Pikachu, everything. But I was like, I don't care. Like, I just wanted to get the sets I was chasing or doing. So yeah, that's what's changed, I guess. And then, yeah, as I said, we're just getting looser, like, of just feeling more confident and sharing more about life and everything. So,
no, I totally agree, man. Especially with the open what you want to open sort of situation.
I hear people say it all the time, and they're like, no offense, they're not like big YouTuber or anything. Like, why are you even doing it? Like, it's not your job yet. Like, just do what you like for now. Like, I wouldn't waste money on anything you didn't want. Yeah. So that's probably it.
That's like the number one thing. Like, kind of what you said before about like problems, like early on. I think most Pokemon content creators feel that way. Oh, a new set's out, got to get it out first, and you end up spending all this endless money, which it doesn't actually build your channel. You're just buying more cards, and cards are fun, right? But like, you're not really getting further ahead. Like, you kind of, you know, like you say, if you're just doing it for the sake of making a YouTube video, it's not going to be that good anyway. Like, it's
still a lot of short-term stuff you can do, but just to think long-term. Like, don't run your own race, kind of thing. Yeah.
The US gets things a week before us anyway. PokeRev, Leonhardt, all of them, they're opening it before us.
Like,
so
weeks
but
before.
if you want the newest set, still get it. Yeah,
course.
Go do what you want.
I'm so keen for surging.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely.
Same. Like, I love Pikachu, right? So I'm actually keen for this set. The others, other than 151, you know, have not. I really haven't had any interest in. Like, yeah, there's some cool hits in there, but I'm not going to sit there and open $1,200 worth of boxes to pull 99% cards that I don't want.
the money thing you got to think about too. I know that sounds like an old man thing to say, right? Like, I think we're at the cash for spending, but like, I got sucked into that trap hard. Like, I spent so much more in the first year than I did in the last, now. Like, the first 6 months I got into this hobby, I spent more than the last 3 years, like bad. Like, just because you're like, oh yeah, this YouTuber's releasing the ETB for this set. Oh, now I got to do the booster box for this set. Oh, now I got to do all 3 collection boxes. And then, after a while, you're like, this is just costing me money. Like, that's not really like, I can't even do the next set anyway. Like, I'm burnt through my money.
And then you fall out of love with the set as well. I've got some that I've just gotten rid of because I went so hard on it that I was just like, I actually don't even think I enjoy this set anymore. I'm sick of looking at it, like it needs to go. And I don't want to feel that way, so now I've been selective about...
Is that where you're at with Paldea?
Love Paldea.
No, you still love it?
Nah.
Like 149 days of not getting the cards you want, though. That's a lot of disappointment, Kath.
You still get ones you need. Like, believe it or not, I'm missing quite a lot of reverse holos from that set because there are actually harder reverse holos to get than other ones. But
I mean, you did pull a Magikarp today too, I guess, you know.
I could trade that for a lot if I really wanted to, but that's what keeps you going as well, is every now and then, like, you just need something good to happen. Sometimes you do feel like you're just doing it for nothing. And because I'm mastering it, I don't feel that discouraged by it, because there'll always be something that I'll get that I'll either trade up or give away, or, you know, the bulk I've got, you wouldn't believe. Like, it's disgusting. Swansea needs to go through it before he leaves. He can take it all back to Adelaide. He can just take it.
Literally.
It's a real responsibility, I think, for all of us content creators in the hobby. Just for new people coming in, the first 6 months, I was exact same as you. I came in and blew thousands of dollars. Sometimes you get the rubber arm a little bit. You're like, oh, I don't like Shrouded Fable. But you buy an ETB and you pull a hit and you're like, oh, wait, I'm going to collect it. Looking at you, Watto.
$45 at Kmart. Come on.
I do it a lot. Change my mind a lot all the time as well.
Yeah.
But even I'm getting like a Surging Sparks for free to open, and I'll film it, but I'm just going to say I don't like. I might bag the set out, you know what I mean? So like, even if, you know, just be honest as well. Like, just say, it's cool to see someone, they don't like it, they like it, or they're chasing one card, so it's more like storytelling that way, I guess, as well, than just like reading names. You're like, I'm chasing this, or like, I'll decide if I like this or whatever. I think that helps.
I think there's definitely an element of sets and cards growing on you as well as time goes on, because I remember hating like rainbow hyper rare cards, and now that they're like 4 years old and I see them, I'm like, oh damn, like I kind of want that card. Like,
Bring
I like
back.
that. No, you know what I mean? It's funny how it all works.
You probably wouldn't want to see my video from this morning then. I went pretty hard bragging on rainbow cards. Sorry.
Watto, do you have a favourite piece in your collection, or something that you've shared with your audience as well?
Everybody's got like a
yeah, I love
crowning
all
jewel.
151, so I was loving the War Turtle and all those, but I got that in a 10. Your big poster? Yeah, the big poster. Maybe like, I don't know, I really love obviously all the vintage stuff as well, which I haven't shown on the channel at all, but I slowly buy that. I went to some garage sale during COVID, and I got the Dark Charizard and the Neo Genesis Lugia for $60 for both of them, because I didn't know what they were doing. And I just ran out of there like feeling so good. I was like, yeah. So like, they're not the biggest cards I have, but when I look at them, I'm like, oh, it's an
awesome story attached to them.
It's
yeah.
like,
they're proper nostalgic.
Yeah,
like,
it was really,
there's a bit of a
so
story
exciting
there.
that they were like, didn't know it.
Yeah, that's mad.
Kath, what about yourself?
Probably my Mario Pikachu. I would say. I did open the box because I'm an idiot, but the card is sealed still, so...
I mean, no, like, they're still big cards, right? Like, you get them graded, they're probably worth, if not, but they're worth more if they get a good grade than the box anyway, right?
I think that's the paranoia, is that they said you can grade them together if you want in the plastic and see, because you can do that, and Beckett could give it something really good, but they're in there, they're back to front. So it's the front of the good one, and then not only that, but you'll never see the second card because they're not like outwards. They're
just crack it open, Kath. Crack it open, grade them.
No, I was going to do it on a video, but I wasn't sure if I want to do PSA, if I want to try for that pristine.
Because that's another thing too. Yeah, that's another thing too, and it's probably a good time to bring it up. Is like, as a content creator, we can be guilty of like pondering on something for like almost too long. And then when you don't pull the trigger on it and somebody else has, you're like, that was so good. You're like, I was literally going to do that like last month, you know? Yeah. So it's...
I had this idea when the Lord of the Rings set came out for Magic the Gathering, and I was like, the One Ring, the person that pulls that is effectively going to turn into Gollum, because you're going to be so paranoid that people are going to come for that card. You'd be like, you pull it and you're like, this is the best thing ever. Yes, oh my God, 101, I'm going to be Post Malone, all that stuff. But then you're like, you can't leave it at home. Is someone going to come steal it? I can't tell anyone. And yet the video was going to be effectively turning into Gollum. But like most things, I don't follow through with ideas like that. And there's probably someone out there that's already done it. But
well, maybe after this there will be.
Joely, I'm going to come back to you to kick us off as we go down the little What's it called, like when you're in prison and you're like the lineup? You know what I mean? Like you just got like the
You were real quick with that.
of crooks. But what future projects or goals do you have in mind for your content creation and your personal collecting?
I definitely want to go more in the direction of the podcast and the roundtable. I want to do more sit-down chats. I actually have another side plan that I want to do another. Like I'm into like bands and heavy metal. Like I want to do another, I don't know if it's gonna be on my same channel or another channel, but I want to like interview bands. I'd love that. But I definitely want to interview more international collectors and content creators. And yeah, I kind of want to go more with that direction, I guess. And in terms of my collection, I'm collecting, I want to get every Arceus in a PSA 10. That's kind of like a long-term goal. Like, you know, I can sort of continue to keep doing that because I think one day I will stop collecting sets. So at least I have this like one random goal to get all that. And then when I finish that, I'll just go.
Arceus is the god, right? Like,
I love it. That's my favorite Pokemon as well, yeah. And then
that's awesome. I did not know that about you.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm
What
at.
about you, Kath?
Jeez.
Content creation goals.
You'd think I'd have time to think about that question, but I was too busy listening to his.
That's good though. That's all right.
Long term, I would like, I mean, it's a floggy thing to say, but I would love it if I could be making my content from the money that I make from YouTube. I've actually done a lot better in that area than I thought I was going to do. Like, my next video I wanted to do as being like a YouTube paid for this kind of like video. I just buy some cool but I think if I can put money from it back into it, I can do more giveaways. I really wanted to be one of those people that just goes, I'm going to open this and everything's going out. You know what I mean? Like if it was gifted or it's not a part of a master set or anything like that, instead of it just sitting around or whatever, try and like, I mean, it's good for engagement as well, obviously. It's good for memberships. It's good for, I want to do a lot of like, Watto did his members only video. I kind of also want to do some stuff for members so that there's obviously an incentivized reason to pay the channel money kind of thing.
Of course.
I just have really bad imposter syndrome. I see like a list of members and I'm like, surely you're all gifted. Like, why would you actually want to be, like, why would you want to be a member when you can just see this shit like as a sub?
They want to support you.
And I love that.
That's
but
the imposter.
That's the imposter syndrome. You know what I mean? Like you start making videos and you think, oh, 12 people are going to view this, and now it's getting like bigger and it's kind of snowballing. And I just, you know, I want to be able to do more chase videos because people love knowing that there's stakes in a video or kind of following along with the journey and stuff like that. But goals-wise, I would love that, and I'd love to just make YouTube mostly what I do. Up the amount of videos, downgrade my job so that it's like, you know, more time for that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, as far as a long-term goal, I would also like to learn how to edit my own videos so that...
Don't worry about that.
I mean,
trust me, pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah, but sometimes he's half dead and he just doesn't want to edit my videos. He's like, you could pay me. I was like,
that's the goal, right? The goal is to get the channel to a point where you can afford to pay somebody else to edit it, and then later on, and then
I could just be like, bang, bang, bang with the videos and be like, here you go, do what you can with all of this language and moving around. And
for your like personal collection,
collection wise, I've got a couple of like older sets that I'm trying to master at the moment. I'm trying to do Team Rocket. I did base set a little while ago and did a video on that. I think it's just more about actually sticking to a set and mastering it. I've got a couple that I started right at the very beginning of the whole journey that I was just like, this set's cool, this set's cool. They're like 3/4 of the way done and I've just given up, and they've either gotten more expensive or difficult to find, or like no one has them anymore. So I think it's just about having a couple of like really nice binders with the labels and the organization, and that's pretty much it, honestly. Yeah.
What about you, Watto McWatterson? At the end there, what's your content goals and then your collection
goals? I think pack openings aren't hitting as hard anymore. Like I'll still do them as like a staple thing, but I definitely would like to try do out of the house stuff, and just, I've got a few ideas. I just want to do different things, I guess, try some new stuff, test and learn for the next year of like different styles. Because there's just like the one format in Pokemon. There's a few formats, but I just want to try make my own. I don't know, stuff like that. And then, yeah, I'll definitely upgrade the gear and go live and all that. Yeah.
Your last 12 months has been massive as far as growth and energy into the channel as well. So it's only upwards here from you. What's a big piece you're chasing?
But I don't know. I just finish all my vintage binders. I just love binders. I don't really care about. I do have more slabs now, but I just like having sets like it's a library, like a bookshelf. So I'll just slowly tick off the sets I want, and I'll keep grading my PCs, brother, and that's it. I don't know.
Master balls.
Yeah, Master Ball. Oh, I'm trying to finish Japanese, so that'll be. I think that is actually smart to do in the next 12 months because it will be cheap again, and then it'll be over. It'll be back up. So. Do it
last
now.
reprint, I reckon.
Yeah, last reprint, I would say.
Awesome.
Well, I think it's probably time to play the game.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain it to them while we're sitting here, and then we'll...
Yeah, for sure.
Rejig it all.
So our 3 guests today have no idea what they're playing. This was inspired from another YouTube video I saw, and it's steal or no steal. So we've got 2 boxes down in front of us, and we've got 6 items, and we're going to rotate through our guests, and one of them is going to be able to peek inside the box, and then they have to convince the other person whether they do or don't have it in order to get it. So we've got a bunch of Pokemon cards, some CGC Pristine 10 Dragon Ball cards as well. So that's what we're playing today. All right, Watto, I will get you to lift up your lid and look in your box, and then you will have the opportunity to say whether you do or don't, and you have to convince him.
Don't steal it. I got you.
So what would you like to do?
I'm not going to steal it.
You're not going to steal it?
I trust him.
Would you like to open up your box?
There's nothing in it. You're too nice.
So he's tried the old reverse psychology, and it's absolutely backfired.
Did I win?
You did.
Yeah.
Obsidian, brother.
That's good.
Obsidian.
I like it.
Huge.
Yeah.
All right, Kath,
Look in the box.
look in the box. Now you have it.
She reckons she's got nothing in there.
Nothing.
Do I get to steal it?
You can steal or keep it. It's your choice now.
I didn't want to lift it up in case it felt too light when I lifted it up, and it would be really obvious.
Oh, now I know. Now I don't know if she's lying or not.
Look at me in my eyeballs.
I'm gonna.
I am the liar now. No, I'm
I
joking.
won't steal it.
Not steal it. Would you like to open up your box?
Oh,
You
Hey!
she got him.
Huge.
She got him.
Very nice. All right, Jolie. You may now look in the box.
I love your face. You have to say something.
Do I?
You have to tell me if there's something in it or if there's not.
I have the package.
He has the package.
I'm gonna leave it. I reckon it's empty. I'm not gonna steal it.
Would you like to open up your box?
No.
I can see it. It looks empty now.
Have a look in your box, see what you win.
Nice.
I don't want to play anymore.
Jolie, you get to look.
I'm allowed to look too now, right?
It's in your box.
Yeah, I won't steal. But keep one.
Open it up.
Oh, I can't even open it. It's okay.
Ah, Jolie, my man. Well, do I keep this? Ooh, what's this? Dragon Ball 10, brother. Very nice. See, Jolie wouldn't want to steal this.
Yeah, I would have given it to him
It'd be
anyway.
a beer. It'd be a beer because I put that back.
Yeah, it's yours to keep.
What?
This. I want it. Don't. There's something in the box.
Don't steal.
Don't steal?
Yeah.
Would you like to open your box?
Ah, it's empty.
I knew you were lying, bro.
Open it up.
I lost my edge. I lost my edge.
There you go, another Dragon Ball, brother. Let's go.
Watto, you are looking in the box.
Bring it home, Watto. You guys are tied for top spot. Winner
Don't.
takes top
I wouldn't
spot.
steal that. Your call.
I want to steal it.
Your funeral.
Open it up.
Watto is the winner.
Huge. Awesome.
Smashed it.
Well, that kind of went to plan, to be honest.
It did.
There was a bit of like, I've got your back, you've got my back at the start, and then a little bit of deception just started to creep into
was
the back.
Kath the winner overall?
I think they all won. They all took home a bunch of prizes.
But Kath got 3, Watto got 2, and Jolie won 1.
Yeah. So that was a bit of fun. Didn't tell these 3 about it going into it because I didn't want them all to,
no collusion.
Scheme and collude. So.
Are you kidding? I would have schemed to win. I wasn't going to tell them anything.
Have you got CGC Pristine 10s before?
Oh, these are sick.
The old school label, they just look cool.
Yeah.
Android 20, Android 17. Love the Android saga. Perfect cards. Thanks, boys.
This is a delicious art set.
I think what we'll do, guys, is we're going to sign off. We're going to have Midnight in, who's the guy behind the expo that we're sitting at. But before we do, I'm just going to go Watto, Kath, Jolie. Tell everybody where they can find you on your social media.
Watto Rips, YouTube, Instagram. That's it. Thank you.
Kath _Astrophe. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's all the same.
Nice. Jolly Chamber on YouTube, and then just to be a pain in the ass on Instagram, it is _chamber_lane.
Yeah, love it. We're going to put all that up on the screen for you anyway, so it'll be easy, and it'll all be in the description. But we can't thank you guys enough for coming on and taking another hour out of your day, because today's so busy, so we really appreciate it.
Thank you guys very much.
This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks.
And now we have our good friend Josh. Josh is known as Midnight Traders. He is the brains behind the TCG Expo here in Melbourne. Joshy, how are you?
Good, mate. Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Been a cracking day so far, bro.
Still a lot to come. There's still many people to come in. It's actually very surprising, but it's great.
No, you put on a good show, bro. It's a really good setup. The crowd filters through. You've got some really top quality vendors here, which, obviously it's the perfect storm. You got the guys streaming on stage.
Quality over quantity is the best way to do it.
That's it, man. That's it. That does bring me to my next question, though, because we've only got you for a short minute. Are you looking to expand the show over the next couple of years? In terms of size, or are you looking to go interstate?
It's not a matter of if I want to, it's I have to. Like, it's becoming something that I wouldn't have thought would move this quick. And for a small little venue as we're in at the moment, it's not that small, but it's not the convention center, but we've got 2,000 people coming in, so it's baffled me.
Mate, it's amazing to see the growth, because this is your 3rd event you've run now, and I can just see, looking around the building, things are just working like clockwork, mate. It's phenomenal.
It's amazing what you tell an ADHD person you can't do it. Watch this.
Nah, it's been bang on, man, and we're super excited to crack open the EX Legend Maker box for you shortly.
I can't wait. That's why I've got this one, just so I can have like a pre-open for myself.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically we're opening it, right? So I guess you get to open that one. Same with Kearnzys. Kearnzys got a manicure just for this.
I'm not going to lie. So did I.
Now, what is the next show that you've got scheduled? Is there another one already sort of planned?
It's in the planning. I've just got to nut a couple
for
of little things out.
When can we expect to see it, so they know when to look, because they're not going to want to miss this again?
Well, the next one is going to it's going to be bigger. It's going to be in a different state. There's something in the works. It won't be till probably 12 months from now, because it's going to be a bigger one. So I need to plan it. I need to nut it down properly, make sure it is what it is and it runs the way I want it to run. So if it will be in Adelaide, that's where I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
As of Melbourne, I might throw one in. There's a lot of new people in the scene that are coming in and taking dates really, really quick. Sort of caught me by surprise, but it doesn't matter. So I'll probably maybe May again for Malvern, and then November will be Adelaide Convention Centre.
So to answer that question for you guys, it's going to be in May. It's going to be in May at Melbourne Town Hall. That's when it's going to be. So awesome, Josh. We appreciate you, Josh, JD. What do you prefer to go by, JD or Midnight?
Midnight.
I think that's why I call you Josh, because you prefer to go by the other two.
Most likely. Sounds like a Dean thing to do.
Well, thank you, brother. Thanks for coming on, and let's pull a gold star for you soon.
Let's do it. Hopefully. It's going to be good.
All right, Kearns. Well, that's pretty much it for us. What a massive day.
Mate, I tell you what, I think it's a real pat on the back to our 3 guests today. They did a phenomenal job. It's the first time we've been in person with 3 guests.
Yeah.
And listening to all their stories, that was awesome. That was special.
Yeah, they make some ripping content. They're really, really good people, and we were super excited to have him here and do it. And I guess now we've got to go open a box of EX Legend Maker.
Oh,
Keep the show rolling.
I'm so excited. It's redemption time for me. I can't have you pull another big hit out in front.
Nah.
Otherwise, it's done for.
That's it. All right, wheels up, and we are out of here. We'll see you guys next time.